to fool myself into thinking that we as 20-some-year-olds, babies, mind.
Duane Martin's name has been dragged into some of Hollywood's biggest marriage scandals, and the accusations are wild. Both LisaRaye McCoy and Jada Pinkett Smith have pointed fingers at him, claiming he played a role in the breakdown of their marriages. LisaRaye has been vocal for years, blaming Duane for coming between her and her ex-husband, Michael Misick. She says he caused major issues that ultimately led to their split. Meanwhile, Jada has long denied rumors about Duane being involved in her life with Will Smith, but now people are revisiting those old whispers, wondering if there's more to the story. As more details emerged, Duane is being painted as someone who may have stirred up drama in some of Hollywood's most high-profile relationships. Anyway, Jada Pinkett Smith has reached a point where she's done protecting Will Smith's secrets. With so much of her own life already out in the open, she seems to feel there's no reason to keep covering for Will's past mistakes anymore. And meanwhile, Will doesn't appear to push back or defend himself much, leading people to wonder what kind of leverage they might have on each other. Their relationship is full of layers and surprises, and the things they reportedly know about one another are jaw-dropping. That if you thought you already knew everything about the connection between Will Smith and Duane Martin, hold on tight. This story is far from over. The idea of a grown man being called a side piece in all this drama sounds wild. But that's exactly what's being suggested. Let's get into the details because this tea is about to spill and it's hotter than ever. This whole situation is nothing short of messy. After LisaRaye ended her 2-year marriage to politician Michael Misick, she wasted no time calling out the so-called friends who betrayed her. She's put Nicole Murphy on blast, along with others she claims were sneaking around with Michael while pretending to be loyal to her. But the person LisaRaye seems to have the most smoke for is Duane Martin. While betrayal from some women in her circle might have been disappointing, it's Duane's actions that truly blindsided her. His involvement wasn't just unexpected, it was a gut punch from someone she thought she could trust. Stay with me, because this story only gets messier from here. LisaRaye never saw it coming, not by a long shot. She trusted Duane Martin, but he crossed a line she never expected. Looking back, she admitted, "I knew something wasn't right. That's why he kept coming to Turks and Caicos. I couldn't stop him from showing up at my house." Even when LisaRaye confronted Duane, telling him, "I don't want you around anymore, we're not friends," he didn't listen. He kept showing up uninvited, ignoring her boundaries. What made the situation even worse was that LisaRaye had introduced Duane to Michael in the first place, thinking it would be a good connection. She never imagined that this would lead to chaos in her personal life. And to be honest, I didn't either. Imagine being in LisaRaye's shoes, thinking you're doing something good, only to have it blow up in your face. What started as a simple introduction turned into betrayal, breaking trust, and friendships that she thought were solid. The whole thing is a painful reminder that sometimes the people we trust the most can end up causing the most harm. LisaRaye never expected her life to take such a dramatic turn. When she was living in Turks and Caicos, feeling isolated and far from home, she made a choice that she later regretted. Life on the island should have been a dream, being the first lady of such a beautiful place. But instead, she felt lonely and disconnected. Without her friends around and her career no longer at the center of her life, she started to bring people into her world to fill the gap. One of those people was Duane Martin. LisaRaye decided to let him into her home, thinking it would be a harmless friendship. She even flew him in to spend time with her and her husband, Michael. But what started as a simple gesture of companionship quickly became much more complicated. LisaRaye admits that with too many people involved, things got out of hand. What she thought would be a kind and supportive move ended up creating chaos, and she had no idea just how much it would affect her life and her marriage. Looking back, LisaRaye admits that inviting Duane into her life was one of the worst decisions she ever made. She now calls him a snake in the grass, pretending to be a friend, but secretly working to tear her marriage apart. Instead of helping strengthen her relationship with Michael, Duane brought a toxic influence into their world. He introduced Michael to the flashy Hollywood lifestyle, the parties, the beautiful women, the luxury, and the endless excitement. For someone like Michael, who hadn't been exposed to all of that before, it was hard to resist. The world of fame and indulgence started to take hold of him, and instead of steering him away, Duane encouraged him to dive even deeper into it. What started as a friendship quickly spiraled into a disaster that LisaRaye never saw coming. LisaRaye was blindsided by how close Duane became to her now ex-husband, Michael. She never imagined their friendship would grow so quickly and dangerously. What hurt even more was discovering how Duane was leading Michael deeper into a world of partying, multiple women, and wild behavior. He wasn't just a passive participant. At times, Duane joined in on the chaos, pushing things to a level she never expected. Even worse, Duane kept recordings of some of these moments, which he could use as leverage if needed. LisaRaye couldn't understand how or why Duane and Michael had become so tight so fast, especially when it was clear Duane was playing a role in tearing her marriage apart. LisaRaye had no idea just how deep things had gone until she started hearing all the details about what Duane and Michael were getting into in Hollywood. The moment she realized they were living it up without her, she knew her marriage was done. But it didn't stop there. While LisaRaye was alone in their big house, Duane wasn't just in Hollywood. He was secretly meeting Michael in Turks and Caicos. He would stay in one of the guest houses LisaRaye owned and then fly back to Hollywood when he was done. One day, her butler came to her and said, "First Lady, Mr. Martin is here." It hit her like a ton of bricks. Everything was falling apart, and she couldn't stop it, no? It was complete chaos trying to find Will and Duane Martin. Hollywood is all about that hurry up and wait vibe, you know? So after I was told, keep an eye on Will, we need him to watch this, I started running all over the studio. First, I checked his dressing room, empty. Then I went to the cafeteria and saw his car, but still no sign of him. I'm thinking, where could he be? At the same time, I'm also keeping tabs on Duane, holding on to the keys to his dressing room. I'm on the walkie-talkie trying to stay in the loop, feeling the pressure as I scramble to figure out where everyone's at. I was on the phone trying to figure out where Will was, saying, we need to get him here. I was getting frustrated, thinking, this isn't like him. So I finally opened the door to Duane's dressing room, and what I saw completely threw me off. There was a couch, and Will was bent over it, while Duane was standing over him. Let me just pause for a moment to process that. It wasn't just a one-time thing either. Duane and Will were traveling together, taking multiple trips to places like Las Vegas, Miami, and even a cruise. They even went to Trinidad, all without their wives. When Will and Duane were spotted in Trinidad, people couldn't help but notice that Will wasn't wearing his wedding ring. Instead, he was out partying with Duane at a local hotspot called 50 on Dead until about 4 a.m. This wasn't the first time they'd been seen getting close. Just like Will's past connection with LisaRaye, the thing is, Duane was Jada's friend first, and she hated seeing him and Will vacationing together. But for the sake of their public image and that Black love brand they worked so hard to maintain, Jada stayed quiet. Now, though, things have changed. People have started calling her the most toxic wife ever, and it's clear that all bets are off. The truth is out, and Jada's not holding back anymore. The accusations about Will being down low might actually have some truth to them. It's not just me. Plenty of people who are in the know in LA can vouch for it. If you're in the city, you get the picture. It's not some big revelation or epiphany. It's something a lot of people are aware of. I just happened to see it firsthand, but trust me, it's not a secret to many. Will's history with people like LisaRaye and others just adds to the whispers that have been going around for a while. People are really going in on Duane Martin, and it's not looking good for him. Some are saying Duane Martin gives off gay for pay vibes. He's definitely sleeping with men for status, perks, and money. After hearing that LisaRaye interview, many people are starting to believe it too, saying he's 100% guilty. Others are just shocked, with one person saying, "I don't even get how Duane Martin pulled this off. He's not even that good looking or super famous." The audacity. And then there's another comment that says, Duane Martin is just messy and low-key seems to hate women. So what do you think? Does Duane Martin deserve to be called out for all the drama that's been following him? Do you think Duane Martin is getting too much flack for being involved with both Michael and Will, or is it more about LisaRaye and Jada letting him get too close in the first place? I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.